All right, we'll start this again. We're supposed to be live, and it's got. I'm gonna count this down to an hour. They give me 4 hours and 3 hours and some minutes. Hey, there's the girls over in Desire, Thailand, or some damn place. All right, today, 10th of March, 2026. I'm pushing. I see all my regulars on here. I follow most of them. And hold on, I'm gonna post that as soon as I get it here. Ah, son of a bitch. Post that post right there. Yeah. Take me a minute to get this son of a bitch online. Play on City, USA. Still not showing me on there. Guess they don't like what I gotta say. I'm in one of them moods, bro. Go get him, Trump. God damn it, what the hell is the matter with this son of a bitch? Son of a bitch. Pain my ass. Try it this way then. I'm gonna do that. There we go. I got it over here. I got it on this one here. This one's gonna be 20 seconds late. Up and running, Mike Gold. There I am right there. Oh, I got 124 subscribers. I'm famous. How about that shit? Miserable bastards. I was watching all the good auditors over there in California, man. If you'd have had Rag a Monkey with you, the other three, you got the top auditors in California. Some bad boys. I'm only gonna be on here for about an hour. That leaves me about 3 point some hours. I'll post this link on here. Hold on a minute. Hold on, I'll post the YouTube link down below. I'm pissed off. Amazing. You better get that damn diesel down. I don't know where this oil's come from, but they better fix it. Whatever the hell's going on. Hey, Captain. It's Captain. There's, there's the online link for the YouTube. And whichever one, I don't give a shit. I'm a little pissed off this morning. I had some shit go on. I need to put my diaper on, go down to Georgetown, straighten some of this shit out that's going on down there. I already visited there once. What we got here is a person that's bending over backwards to make somebody. Yeah, let's close this. We gotta close this channel right here and then keep it right there, like yeah. Yeah. Captain's coming on. Hold on a minute, Cap. Let me get you on stage, brother. All right.
Hey,
Yeah, I got a problem down here. I might go out on. Maybe I need to go out on the roadside and do this. I guess about 25 miles. I get myself out of this house because we got a person here that's bent over backwards to try to help these renters move out, and they've done everything they can to stay there. Yeah, file the correct paperwork and all the kind of nonsense, and then they're shooting it back, and they tend to they're down here. This is a blue state, so they tend to lean left down here. Seems like the courts, uh, the judges or whoever, I don't know who's in charge down there. I've already been in there once. I'm just going to be a follow up story. So I'm thinking about going down there on the easement and just putting a little wrench in the gears, And I know the man will show up. I don't give a shit. What's he gonna do? I'm going on the easement, so put a little pressure on the situation. What we have here is some people that's just getting away with months rent, right? And the person that's renting the place doesn't have a lot of ability, doesn't have a lot of knowing how to run or rent their place out and how to file proper paperwork and all that. So the courts are kicking it back and forth. And this person lives in Florida, right? Now, yesterday there's something come over. I got it right here on the freaking crime app. There was an old guy over there. Something happened over there. I don't know what it was, but there was a call over there at 12:17 yesterday afternoon. So I don't know what the situation is with that. The guy's 75 years old, but it's in my app, right? And there's a lot of problems over there. They've had problems against the people that are there. So the lady that's renting the place out is giving this ample time for these people to get their shit together and are trying to drag their feet all they can. I think they're actually trying to get some more time in there, and they've already got away with I don't know how many months rent without paying. There was a contract. The contract's up. Get out. I mean, she's bending over backwards to let them, giving them extra time and all this shit, and she also has to fight against the court, and the shit. Now I need to go down there again. I guess I don't know. I had to do some filming or something. I need to maybe step out there and just do some journalism out there. I'll leave my
Hell
car
yeah.
on. I don't know. Tech line versus Danforth. Get off my
Get out,
vehicle, asshole.
get out there and do something, will you?
Yeah, I know. I get sick and tired of it. Now,
Hey,
Josephine
before,
says they're not that bad down here. She says that all of them are. She says no. I say they're not that bad down here, but Josephine says they're bad all over. She's right. She's probably right. The damn courts and I don't know about the cops too. Fucking throw them in too. But the court, it's obvious that the judge can see what's going on. First of all, the people got dogs over there they're not supposed to have. They parked shit over there before that they wasn't supposed to have. And then there's some 75-year-old guy. I don't know what the deal is with that. Has hurt, gone up to the hospital. I guess they flew in and got him. I don't know if they did or took him out in an ambulance, but anyway, I seen it. I got the recording of it. So it's like screw the HIPAA law. They won't tell you nothing. If you own the property and you call up, you want to know what happened on your property in case of a lawsuit or something. So the way I see it is, the way I see it is,
hmm
I mean, I don't know what to tell her. She's not got a lot of experience with this. Now, my mom used to have rentals, right? My mom had multiple rentals, but she was a real tyrant. My mother was a tyrant landlord, boy. She wasn't a joke. She always had somebody in court, some problem going on with them. But it's worse today, with all the shit going on and everything. They're leaning towards, letting them stay there longer, and you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
it's just if you bent over backwards for these people, you might think they would have at least a little bit of courtesy to try to pull their 3 months rent that they had together, and instead of going out and buying a new truck or something, use it to get into a new place. Well,
Right.
apparently they've been doing this to other people. So I went over there with her when it was running. She had I think 3 couples show up that day, and I go over there and I film and I help her out or whatever I know, and I'm filming over there. But so it's ridiculous, man. The whole thing is just totally ridiculous. And you got to wait for a court date, and then they kicked the paperwork back to her because she didn't cross the T's and dot the I's on the paperwork. So she's in Florida. They had to send the fucking paperwork back and send it back and all this kind of nonsense. What a bunch of crock of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, seriously. Especially after you and she's a nice lady, man. She's kinder than I would be, believe me. Of
I
course, I
believe
would
you.
never do that in the first place. I wouldn't do it in the first place. I just told her, I said, just sell the place right out from underneath them. Go ahead and take the whatever they offer you. You're down in Florida, sell the damn place because you ain't got nothing there anyway. It ain't like here where I got valuable shit. You see, she ain't got
Yeah, cut
nothing
your
there.
losses.
She just rents it out. Right, just sell out, take the money, and then let them deal with it. Let them deal with
Well,
the
I
process.
hope she takes
Right.
your great advice. That is the best advice you could give a lady like that, Mr. Dolan. Hey, by the way, can I
Well,
ask you a few things?
it's sober advice. I'll be sober 1 year, April 1st.
Congratulations. Always good to hear from you. Hey, what's going
Yeah,
on with that barge off of the coast there in Delaware? What's going on? I see it in the news. Everything okay? Is it dangerous? What's
a
going on?
barge. I didn't hear
Yeah,
about it. I didn't hear.
someone.
I haven't been watching that. I've been paying attention to the legislative hall a little bit
Hey,
because
I heard you mention
of
Rago monkey. I heard you
oh yeah,
mention
Ragamuffin,
Rago
yeah,
monkey.
California. Yeah, because
Well,
you had the three auditors out there. Three auditors were out there. The three of the best ones. So if you had Ragamuffin, in, you would have had four. You had some bad boys out there.
can I
Furry
tell can I
and
can I tell you something personal?
Liberty Press. What's
Can I
that?
tell you something personal? I have
Yeah.
a Bolicua friend. Her name is Mrs. Brenda, and she happens to be the auntie of Rago Monkey. I am not kidding you. She is his
Oh, really?
aunt. Yeah, she was hanging out at my
Oh, shit.
house. She's actually talked to Mr. Eli a couple of times when we were on the phone. She's a wonderful lady
Right.
from Puerto Rico, and she was like, Henry, what's up with this guy, Eli, the people's guy? And I was like, I just got into it. And she says, well, have you ever heard of, of my nephew? And I said, no. And she said, please look him up. And we did. And damn, Raggle Monkey has got his own thing going on. And I did subscribe to
Yeah.
his channel as well. I was amazed to find out that I knew his aunt. She was at my house, and she was here just yesterday as well. She's a wonderful lady, and he's a true soldier. That guy Rago.
Twig. See Twig down there. Hey, yeah, Ragamuffin is a tough character, man. I mean, I
Yeah,
like the tough ones. I mean, it would be hard. It's hard for me to go out and do like Sean does, real calm and shit, because I get upset over shit real quick. You know,
you know who's the
it's just the
calmest?
way I am.
David David New York is the calmest one.
Yeah,
He just
yeah,
he
yeah.
just, he just sits there. He puts the camera on. He's watching
Yeah,
the world go by and giving us a good show. David New York has always got a good show. I also
yeah,
I love I Am God New York and Stitch.
yeah,
Those two guys
yeah,
are pretty cool.
yeah.
And
It's I don't know.
I also became a
I
big
don't know,
fan
man.
of Leroy Truth. I actually became a big fan of his. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Dolan.
Yeah, Leroy Truth. Yeah, I actually I think Sean probably should have got first place, but anyway,
I think
I've
Eli
been.
should have,
I,
but I'm a little. I think Eli, the people's guy, should have got it, but that's my role.
well, there's a reason. There's a reason for that with Leroy Truth. With even though I chatted with him a couple times on the chat, but I seen something change in his chat, similar to what I seen on Eli. I seen the chat change, and I was like, well, who's doing this? Who's changing? Because I'm watching this on another computer. I got multiple shit here, right? So I can
Yes, we see
figure
your
things
setup.
out pretty good. But I just yeah, they've been knocking at my door trying to hack me and all this kind of nonsense. But I don't care. I don't really care about that shit. I'm transparent as I can be. Anyway, I uh I I told Josephine I shot Josephine told her I was going online, so I think she's out of the house, but she's got to go to court tomorrow morning. She got to go to court, so I don't know what's
Okay.
gonna happen with her. Yeah, she's got to go in there. She's pleading not guilty all the way, man. I said, look, don't you want to pay the fine and be done with it? I paid one of her fines when I first met her because I knew her from Chili's channel, right? So I just, she's stubborn, man. I'm telling you, she's a hell of a person, though. She don't miss nothing. She'd be
Yeah,
good to
she's a
have
tough girl.
around. Yeah, she
She
is.
is.
I don't know. I just,
I'm
I guess
always happy to
everybody's
say
different.
hello. I'm always happy to say
Yeah,
hello to Miss
yeah,
Josephine.
yeah. I see everybody come on. I don't get many people on here. That's fine with me. I really don't care. I just once in a while I just come on here just because I feel like it. And
I got you. Well, do you need
yeah,
to
I just
talk more about the landlord and the renters thing? I didn't want to change the subject, but I just wanted to bring up the Raggle
well,
Monkey and the
yeah. I
barge.
don't. There's really not much I can do about it other than maybe go over there and film as a, you know what I mean, like a journalist. Like I'm following up on because that's when I went into the police station in the courthouse with her last what was the last month sometime. I was recording. It's on my video. You seen that? But and I was at the security area, and there was two cops there, right at the courthouse, and they were at the window, just wasn't far from where you check in because it's not a very big place. But there is places I'd like to go audit though. I mean, I'd like to audit the new family court they just built down there, spent all this money on. Where's all this money for this multi-million-dollar building they just built? And another thing is, I want to watch Legislative Hall a little closer because I hear the feds are cutting Delaware out from some of the program. They're not giving them the money because they're leaning left. They're leaning towards, what do you call it, uh, the state allowing these immigrants to be here, right? The illegals, the sanctuary city. They're calling it like Delaware's a sanctuary type deal. So they're talking. I heard something about they were holding back money on it or something. So I was going to pay more attention to what's going on there. But yeah, this is a. I just think no, everything's getting bad all over. Diesel fuel. We get on the road here. I got a diesel. I got a Jeep Cherokee. It's diesel, and they're charging five. It was 507. Now it's probably 527 by now.
Dang.
From what I hear, we're talking about a hundred
Four
$100. Yeah, for a diesel.
$4.89 for diesel down here. It went from 3.75 last week or whatever to 4.89.
Well, it's the cheapest down here. I've seen it go higher than that. We go to because this is the beach area. You got rich old people down here. They're going to price gouge down here. Everything you do, they're going to cost you money. Not to mention there's problems down here with the drugstores and old people getting their meds and the doctors. I mean, I can see the difference of what's going on around here. Even in my own neighborhood, I can see some differences. But it's these people just ain't seeing what's going on, or somebody they just don't care. Now everybody's got their own opinion. Me and Josephine, we go at it all the time, but we like opposites, the track or something. You know what I mean? I'm like on the phone with her, we talking, we get into a little heated argument, then we back off and like that, right? But
Yeah, that's the best
yeah,
way
that's
to
just
have
the
a
way we.
relationship.
Yeah,
Af- after you have a fight with somebody,
but I
you're
I
able
tease
to
her. A lot.
you're able to learn each other's boundaries, and then when you get back together and you become friends, you when you learn those boundaries, you become stronger and better friends. So good for you, Mr. Dolan and Josephine.
Well,
That's awesome.
well, if she does move down here, like if this person moves, I was hooking her up with the lady that rents the house in Florida,
What a good idea.
and she's talking about moving down here. And I was teasing her this morning. I said, "Well, you'll be 25 miles away from me. I wish they would double it, and you were 50 miles away." So I was teasing her a lot about that shit. She said, "I wouldn't marry around." She said, "We'll go out on them, but I wouldn't marry you." And the last person, I mean, she talked a lot of shit, right? But I'm just teasing. Uh, but
Yeah, you're just poking the bear, having
yeah,
fun.
yeah. The girl that rents the house, I've known her for 10 years. She's a nurse. She takes care of people at end of life, and she took care of both my mentors end of life. Though I'll do anything for her. She stays here, and I got a room right behind me here. The one I tried to offer Chili if he wanted to come and run for governor in Delaware. He might as well start in Delaware. Delaware's a small state. He'll have a better chance here than he will because he keeps talking, but he hasn't done anything yet, as far as I know. But I offered it, and you know, what's that say, Josephine? Twig, Twig talking shit. Oh,
Do I have to?
I don't know
What's going on
I
in the
don't know what.
chat? Maybe I'll go get my pad and watch the chat. Anything going on?
No, there's only you, me, and Twig in here. There's only a couple of
Oh,
us in here. I might get 50 views on this. People come in later and view just to be nosy and see what I
okay.
said, especially the people around here. But
Shout out to Twig, whoever you are. Pretty funny person. Don't ever do
yeah,
that again in your life, type
he's
guy.
he's always shooting at he's
Yeah,
always
funny
shooting at me.
stuff, man.
Oh,
Don't
uh,
ever date Josephine again. I think I heard him say that once. I don't know. Some funny
yeah,
stuff, bro. Shout out to
yeah,
Twigs.
yeah. Once in a while, some of the other guys pop in, Dan, or Miguel, somebody. But I just this thing about this thing here with the rent, man. I don't know. It's not really much I can. She has to do it all through the courts, and there's got to be a limit. You know what I mean, to what people can get away with. You know, first of all, they had pit bulls over there. They're not supposed to have, and they're dangerous. You know, and they had like a lot of them. Then they cut it down. They only had like three of them over there because they had the animal rights people stop in because they weren't supposed to be there. And then she went over to do the inspection. She's supposed to do an inspection every so often, right? So they strapped the door closed. She couldn't get to the door. The woman is a complete. She went off on her. I was there the first time she went off on her, so I know what type of person she is. But they strapped the door. She can't even get in to do the inspection. They changed the locks and all that kind of nonsense, right? So, yeah, it's like I don't know, man. It's just a pain in the ass. I tell you, I wouldn't rent. I thought about it. I thought about renting this. I could rent this room out, man, because we got people that come here from overseas. You know, they come in just for the season to work and then they go back. They do that here because it's a beach area and there's jobs around here, all types of jobs. And I thought about it, but I said, nah, I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm trying to keep everything on a level around here because I can rent the room out, you know. And now I hear about all these new laws. I don't know if they're true or not about stuff, and they're screwing around with more stuff. They already messed up eBay. Yeah, if you make over a certain amount, you better report it. You got to follow this or do that, and yeah. And I live in on my, I'm living on my what I get, working
Yeah.
at that jail, and what I was able to, what the judge allowed me to have. So, but everything's going up, man. And if something breaks, you know what I mean. It's like I just had three things happen last month. I had to fix my car. I had to get a car battery. Had to fix my plumbing. The shit fell on the roof of my house. I didn't have to fix that, but I had to climb up there and burn myself out. There was something else. I forget what it was. Something else freaking broke around here. It's like it all happens in threes.
Yeah.
So I'm bitching and complaining. But what really irks me, man, is when shit happens to other people and I see stuff happen. And then on top of that, right, and I did a lot of good deeds for people. I did a lot of shit to help people out, even overseas, right? And some of them today, I tell them I can't do it. I can't even send you any little phone time or something. Some countries it costs more money to send phone times than others. And I can't even do certain things today because everything's tightened up so much that I got to make sure my finances are worked out for the month. My shit's automatic. So I know what's happening, I got to set up that way. Because I'm hearing people saying, well, look, you're a sky high electric bill, and they were talking about it on the Delaware radio. I don't know if you probably couldn't get the stations I get, but I listen to it over the Delaware radio here. And, you know, so if you can level it out, man, instead of just paying it as it comes in, it's better. That way, you can figure out your bills for the month. But this thing with the rent, man. So she's got to come all the way down. I think she's coming. I don't know if she's notified the people. She's notified the courts again because they got to reset the paperwork in April. But she might be coming this weekend. And then she wants to put up some tape because the porch needs a little bit of work or some nonsense, right? Which is it's understandable. It does need some work, but then she wants to put up some no trespassing signs or whatever the hell that because the people are still there. They're still there because the thing happened yesterday with the old guy. So it's I don't know what that'll happen and what that'll do any good. She's got to travel all that way. She's spending all this money. She got to find somebody to watch her kids. She could drive here. It takes 22 hours to drive here from Florida. So I'll let her stay here, help her as much as I can. But
Good.
yeah, it's just agitating, man. And I should go over. I should go over and just see what. I mean, I already know they're there. So if I go over, I'm going over as a journalist. I'm going to follow up on the story that I was talking about with the cops at the courthouse and went into the police station where she filed the paperwork. I'm going to follow up on that, see. So I'm going as an auditor. I'm going as a journalist, see, in case they try some tricky shit. If I go, but I just haven't been out of the house much, man. Really, I turned 70 in May, and I really
God
slowed
bless you.
down a lot. Yeah, I slowed down a lot, man. I just sometimes I wake up, I'm saying, "Damn, man, I'm moving a little bit slower than I was yesterday." And you never know, man. You never know how long you're gonna be around this earth. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, I wish you the best. I think you should get out there and do something,
Tweak
Mr.
down
Dolan.
there. Yeah, I know. Give me something to do instead of sitting around this house. Some up my ass. Yeah. Oh, I got several. I got multiple links and multiple apps and all that kind of nonsense. But a lot of it's nonsense. And it's I mean, if I go, I'll have somebody drop me off maybe or something. If I do go out auditing, because if I go in there and I take my car, and these idiots, if they do an illegal arrest on you, you're gonna have that problem. You know how that puts you to the mill. I've already been through a lot of that, but I'm not going through that. I'm gonna do it in such a way that it's covered. But I know how it works. I've been watching these guys and learn a lot from them. These auditors. They back, you know. I mean, I was doing some of this stuff way back, but when started watching a lot of guys, say 5, 6 years ago or seven, whatever it was, I started watching them. When I moved in here and got set up, I've been here 8 years now, and that's the first thing I did was get this mess set up. One of the first things. So, seen, but hell, man, I ain't no great damn auditor, but I do the job. I ain't taking no shit. 'Cause I do know somewhat about what they're capable of.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool when you had
And
that
I
radar
do.
detector. You had that
Oh
radar
yeah, I got
detector
it.
on your
It
walkie.
works.
Yeah.
And I got the screen. I got the big screen as big as this monitor to go with it. It lights up big numbers on it. Yeah, I can radar people. I don't, and I've calibrated it. So all I got to do is be sitting still and radar what's going by me. Either way, coming at me or going by me. As long as it's coming at me or going by me, it's accurate. Not but a side. Now these cops might have better radar to do that, but I don't. I have the. It's called the Bushnell Speedster 3. That's what it's called, and they don't make them no more. You can't. You have to get a used one, and I had one stolen, and I've got another one, and it's the only one that goes with that monitor, and it's expensive. So I got like I don't know. I got a lot of money tied up in camera shit. I got a GoPro and all that good shit. Not the 360s and shit like Furry got, but I got enough shit to cover everything. I got a 4K. I got that external thing to go Wi-Fi live. If I can get it working. The little gadget.
Yeah, YouTube sent me something saying that I could go live a few yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would do. I wouldn't even know what to do for a live. I have heard some ideas, but
Well, yeah. You there's just it's probably just a few clicks of a button on the machine itself to locks into your signal. Uh, the device I have supposedly reads satellite, and you hook into it somehow. I don't know. I don't know. I've got it on. I've got it hooked into my. I hooked it up with my phone. I was able to connect it, and your phone can go into your Wi-Fi, and then it goes up to there somehow and gets you live, gets you on there. But I also got a 4K, a big camera that'll do that. To do the same thing, and we'll hook to it. And I just ain't been using them, man. I got all this shit, and I just ain't had the gumption to get out there because, first of all, I'm a little bit smarter than most motherfuckers to go right there by yourself. It's good to always have backup. It's good if you got go out there with. I mean, you can go out there by yourself and solo, but it's always good to have backup. Go out there with other auditors if you can, and make sure your transportation's hooked up right and all that. Because if you don't, some bad shit can happen to you. Something goes awry. But nevertheless, anyway, I don't know. I hate to see this girl suffer anymore. I want her to get out of. She just wants them out, you know. And they're doing everything they can to try to drag the thing on. If she gets them out of there, then Josephine can move down. Maybe they're working on making a deal together right now. When the girl came over here, as she probably will this weekend, she'll stay here and I'll let her talk to her. She can talk to her FaceTime or she can call her my phone or whatever. What the hell? I got multiple devices here. And then of course they try to track me. Good luck. Good luck tracking everything. I let them track me sometimes. I really don't care because they've done that for decades. They were tracking me back when I was running the organization. You know. So I was actually thinking about. I called a couple guys last night. I said, I'm so pissed off right now. They're trying to bring Rooster Fight back into the United States. They're trying to buck the feds and bring it back into the states and let the states run the shit. I'm saying, how about if I have one? I could set one up. See, they like that shit. See if you can catch me. I've never been busted at a cockfight, and I've been to many of them. Yeah, before they
well,
passed that
good.
S 345 bill. that you couldn't cross state lines to go fight your birds in legal states. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've
I,
been
I
around.
I know. I
Uh,
remember seeing that video of you when you had the cowboy hat on and you were doing that. I do remember those
yeah,
videos. They were
I made a 6-part series, but I never got to finish it because I got set up. I got arrested and I served some time. Oh, that bullshit. I got set up, man. That's what happened. Everybody told me. I heard word come down. But anyway, that's the side point. That shit happened 25 years ago or more. So 30 years ago, I formed that organization, and
very cool.
I fought that appeal. I filed that appeal against that court case, but I ended up serving it because I violated. I was drinking. Every time I got in trouble, I was drinking. I violated shit when I was drinking, of course. But I fighting though, you know. Them motherfuckers know I fight. I got 2 fights at the cockfights. I got barred. I just fight at a drop of a fucking hat. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't feel like arguing. You know what I mean? So I just, I don't give a fuck. The
Yeah,
judge
good.
said, "Dolan, you know, you're getting a little bit too old for this kind of nonsense." Who's he talking to? Himself? Judge, you must be talking to yourself, brother. I still think I'm young. I still think I'm young, even though I'm not. I'm old. I'm moving slower and shit, but I can't do the shit I used to do. But damn, at least I could keep my mind intact, right? Or try to.
Right.
Try to keep my back faculties in order. But
You still ever go out in the backyard and kick the bag?
no, man, my bag's out there in the shed with the
Okay.
chain. The chain and bag out there. Yeah, it's in the shed out there with the dolls and some of the other bullshit.
I know what you mean,
eBay
man.
shit.
I haven't gotten
Yeah.
on a pogo stick in about 40 years. I know what you mean.
Yeah, I think that's my third bag I wore out. I wore it on mustard
Really?
suits. That's my third. Yeah, in my lifetime. Yeah, I started when I was young, man. I was able to. I was able to get up in the air back then. Yeah. Anyway, besides all that, man, I wish Josephine was down here. I really do because we go out auditing. We do some audits, man. She's tough. She's a tough one. I got a lot of respect for her in that manner.
Me as well.
She tough. She tougher than none of them. That's for them. So the bear a lot. She probably pokes the bear too much. You know. I mean, damn. I don't usually screw around with them unless they screw with me, but as for the jail and all that shit, well, that's all past tense. I mean,
And
anybody could
she's got
walk around on this back road and film it.
she yeah, she's
Go
got the
ahead.
voice
Boots.
and the pipes. She's got the voice and the pipes to
Yeah.
back it up. She gets loud. She's sort of a mix
Yeah,
between Rosie Perez and Mike Tyson.
she was saying she was saying something about somebody thought she was an Indian or a Puerto Rican
Oh
nationality or
God,
something like that, right? I said, no,
she's
you don't look
Sicilian.
like either one of them. You got a New York accent, as far as I know. I had a girlfriend from New York up there in Bethpage and Massapequa out on Long Island, 'cause I used to go up
That's where I'm
there.
from.
And, are you? Yeah, I used to drink
Yeah,
at the bars up there. Man, I'd go up there and get me some cases of bread hot dogs and bring them home and shit. We used to head up to the fights up there. I fought up and down the East Coast. Lots of pits, all over the place. We just load the roosters in there and take off, man. Now she's totally against that. I mean, her and Shark would make a good couple. Shark's this guy that fights for animal rights. I mean, any type of animal race. He's just like her. Them two would be perfect together. Shark, he's an old man. He about my age probably, maybe a little older. I don't know.
Shout
I
out to
talked with
Shark.
him on the phone before. Shark, shark. You can search him, Google shark, and see you'll see him animal rights. Push animal rights and then shark in large letters, and it should pop up on your screen. They busted some of the pits I was at after they had outlawed it. They were still fighting, and they busted the sheriffs and shit because everybody fights them. Everybody. I don't give a shit if you're religious, fireman, police, whatever, prison guard. It don't matter. If that's in your blood and that's what you've been doing all your life, that's what you do in your spare time. You don't devote all your. I never devoted all my time to that jail. I got to shifting the days off, but bidding on it, and then when I did what I wanted on my time. It just so happens that they finally got that bill passed that I was trying to fight when I formed the damn thing and started to form it and got it incorporated in '98. I was fighting that bill up until they passed it in 2002. They passed that S345 and 1257 or some shit house bill. I don't know what it was,
Mr.
but
Dolan, is his page sharkonline.org on YouTube?
it might be. Yeah, you'll see it. Anything with animal rights has got shark in large letters, and he's an old guy. He's an old guy. Yeah, he's animal rights and PETA
Oh, I
and
actually see a
SPCA
video.
and
Did he have a
yeah.
recent video about an Oklahoma cockfighting ring busted?
Yeah, Kentucky, Oklahoma. The one I
Yeah.
was going to was in Virginia. That they busted down there was Boxwood. They busted
Okay.
over there by Stanley. I was fighting there for 30 years, man. I fought all over the place. Large pits, small pits, hack fights. Now the big pits are tournament fights. Gambling is in everything. They gambled at the jail for Christ's sake. They gamble at football games. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna bust this cockfight because they're gambling. Bullshit. You son of a bitches. Gambling's in everything. It's been going on for thousands of years. So is prostitution. You ain't gonna stop it. How you gonna stop something like that? You can't
Yeah.
stop shit like that. It's always gonna be there. It'll be there long after I'm gone. I just happened to fought and grabbed the bull by the horns and formed the organization, which was connected with the United Game Fowl Breeders. Well, the United Game Fowl Breeders got the state went after them in 2000. What was it? 2012, I think. I don't know. The government went out to the fucking United Game Fowl Breeders to try to split them up. But anyway, Delaware was passed on the president. I was the founder and first president. So, and then it was passed down the line to a couple other presidents. But I run that shit. We fight, we fight, we fight short heel. They fight anywhere from naked heels, Batistas, artificials, on up, short heel, long heel. Knife fights are over in the Philippines. And I fought knife fight, but they're very rare unless you go down south maybe or out west. But north, anything north of here is short, man. I remember an inch and a quarter. And these are halls. These damn things go back 100 years, and there's rules in it. There's rules in it, So it's not like most people think it is. It gets in your blood. If you raise them from when you're young, like I was, it gets. What it was I used to have this big white rooster that chased me home from school. I had to go by this house with this big white leghorn rooster would chase me, and I had to run. And I was young, eighth grade or something, seventh, eighth grade, and I'm running by this fucking house. So this rooster's chasing me, and he's going like coming at me, boy. If he seen me and he was 100 yards away, here he comes. So in my
Yeah.
head, I psychologically turned that around. You know what I mean? In my head. Some people don't understand that, but basically what it was. I fought against it in my head and started to become get the pins and acquire the birds. And then my stepfather, he got out of it in '75, gave me all his roosters. I acquired maybe 30 of them there. Before you know it, I had a whole bunch of them, and I had to feed them, take care of them. But in your head, when you go up against something to overcome it, some people have the ability to overcome it that way, and some people don't. You know what I mean? Some people have the ability to overcome pain. Some people have an ability to overcome things that your daddy might have taught you. Like I'm I'm just making a comment about certain things, like a sex room, right? Okay, that's my daughter in there. Yeah. I didn't train my daughter to be this way. Well, she's that way because you told her not to do that. Now she's going to turn and do it just because you tried to push on her not to do it. You see what I'm getting at? You see what I'm saying?
You don't
It's
have to
like
tell
that.
me.
Yeah.
When
But
I
it's
was
not.
younger, my father told me, "Don't ever bring home a black girl." And buddy, I got to tell you, by eighth grade, I had already figured that out. And I was back in there. I was back in there in ninth grade, 11th grade, and when I was
Right.
22, I have no
Right.
problem. I enjoy black
Right.
women, but
Yeah.
you're
And
right.
I
My father actually pushed me to it quicker, I think.
yeah, that happens, man. Some of us have that. Some of us will go along with your parents like that. Some of us will buck because of that. It's like my mother, man. She drugged me. We were in the casino. I probably told you about this one. And she drugged me off the bar stool by my ear because I was dancing and I asked a black girl if I could kiss her. And she said, yeah, I kissed her at the bar. She come up behind me, grabbed my foot 75 feet to the door. And she's screaming the N word on the way out. I'm like, are you crazy? I was laughing because it was really actually funny. Because what are you going to do? It's your mom. You can't, She got me by the
Well,
ear. She's cussing and raising hell with me. I had to listen to that shit
it'd be,
all the way home, man.
it'd be great to have that
Yeah.
video footage.
She was a good looking nurse. Shit. Yeah, I know. I know. I'd like to get that from the casino, man, because that would be a funny one. We could play that one on TPP. You know what I mean? Yeah, that would be a good one. That would be real good. My mother, everybody's passed away now. They've been gone for a while. Yeah, I'm the
I'm
last of the Mohicans, I guess. All my
sorry to
ex's
hear that.
brothers,
Condolences.
everybody's passing away, man. I mean, I'm seeing all these people I know pass away, and I guess one day it'll be my turn. I'm too hungry to die. I'm too mean. Too fucking goddamn. I don't know. Shit, that keeps me alive, being peeved off. I think that's what Josephine has. That's what keeps her alive, being peeved off at the cops for doing what they did to her. You know, and I believe it. I believe what she says. I believe it. I mean, I've seen evidence of it. She's shown me things that I've seen. I've worked on that last video that we did with the taxi driver. I cut that down, made it on, cut it on. Wondershare screwed me out of a lifetime membership so I could take the ticker tape out. It says Wondershare on it. Well, they owe me. So I wasn't going to pay some more money to get that done again. They stole it from me, basically. They ain't the first ones company that ever did that. But so I cut the video, spliced it for, and put the important parts in. But it shows both versions. It shows the whole video, and then one of them's cut. The one I cut did for yesterday, day before I did it. She she said it over there to him. She showed the company, I guess, and he didn't make much of it. He said it was normal. Well, the guy is obviously looking at our camera through the window. He knew it was there the way he jerked. If you looked at and seen the video, he jerks when he looks at the camera like that, like he knew what he was looking for. So I said, "All right, this guy we're gonna make a criminal out of this guy. So I just took the boring parts out and put the good stuff together, right? Because that's what he was doing. And because she walked
Good.
away from the door, she walked down. She walked down to the room. She walked down to somebody else's, and the guy was like, she was afraid he might gonna go in her house and steal something, but her son was in there, so he couldn't have done that. But he didn't know that. But he was looking in the window and shit, And then when he seen the camera, he jerked. He kind of double taked on it and shit. It was funny. I was laughing. I said, "Yeah, let me work on this one." But I've always been all them videos from the past. They were cut with Wondershare, but that was without the thumbnail going across. That advertisement. That's when I had it paid for, and then they stole it from me, along with Blog Talk Radio. I've been here ever since a lot of these companies started and they ended. I was with them, and they stole Blog Talk Radio. Stole my shit, changed their shit all up, and they went to some other bullshit. They said, "Oh, you can retrieve your shit over here." I went over there. I couldn't retrieve my shit because I did some blog talks about, I guess, about 12 years ago, maybe 14 years ago. I don't know what it was. Me and my brother-in-law. But I did a few on the prison and the chickens and roosters, shit like that, a while back when I was sober. But I was sober for 6 years, man, and I fell back in. Now I'm sober again. And if I stay sober, which I must because it'll get me this time. If I stay sober 19 months, that breaks my all time second best record. So I think I'm going to go to an AA meeting probably on the 1st, April Fool's Day, and get my chip. I'm going to get a chip. Whether they believe me or not, I don't care. I'm going to say, look, you want me to talk? Sit at the desk and talk? I can do that. I'll be a speaker for 20 minutes. I'll talk about it. Just give me my year's tip. I don't have a sponsor. I don't have nothing to prove anything. I just did it myself because I've been to many meetings, man. I already know how it works. But this time it was going to kill me. It took me down. It got me pretty close to death. I don't know if it was my liver or what it was, but it got me pretty bad. It took me 2 weeks to climb out of that freaking bed. So I was able to quit. So now I'm more trouble when I quit than I was while I was drinking. Nah, shit. I don't know about all that. I don't get out of the damn house very much. This girl that's coming over here, I like her a lot. We're just friends, though. I mean, that's all we can ever be. But I did try to hook up with her. She's a black chick from Haiti. Originally, that's her nationality, anyway. I knew her and her sister. I gave them both necklaces. I give away a lot of gifts, man. I give a lot of gifts I give out were expensive gifts. They weren't cheapies. Uh, I still got a lot of shit, but haven't been selling nothing, man. I don't advertise it much anyway. I'm not interested in money. I'm not interested in selling. I'm interested in helping somebody that needs it because I don't know how much time I got left on this planet. Never know. Every once in a while, I get a twitch. Josephine says, "Quit drinking them monsters, them Red Bulls." I said, "Yeah, I feel a little twitch in there, but I keep on drinking." I think I got 3 or 4 more in there in that case. Anyway,
Yeah, I stick
but
with
anywho,
water.
I don't know.
I stick with
I don't know.
water.
They, yeah, I uh, I got water. I got jugs of water, 2.5 gallons jugs in the fridge. I got sodas and I don't know, man. I'm indestructible, I guess, but I can't drink alcohol. If If I drink alcohol, I'll get sick immediately. That's real strange to me. You're talking about a man that can really drink, and I can't drink no more. It poisons me, makes me real sick. I don't know. It's weird. It's really strange.
Yeah. So
If I wouldn't have fell back in, go ahead.
I was
What do you
going to say,
say?
so do you think you're going to go out and do any, what are you going to get out and do today? You're going to do some of that auditing?
Shit.
Or,
If I did, where am I going to do that? where,
I don't know.
where is it? Where is it safe to do it? Nowhere. You got to assume that everything can turn back bad real quick when you go. You got to
Well,
assume.
that's why
Yeah.
I jumped on panel. I wanted to, first I heard you
Yeah.
talking about Ragamonkey, but I had seen
Yeah.
earlier this morning on the news that some type of a giant barge, was on fire and major fire
Really?
department, yeah,
I didn't. I didn't hear
five
about
alarm
that.
fire. Yeah, it was
I
in
didn't hear
Delaware.
about it. Hear no. Must not been around. See, I'm in lower Delaware. I'm down near the bottom of the bay. I'm adjacent to Bethany Beach. If you take 26 out about 7 miles, that's where I'm at. I'm at the bottom of the water bay there, where you see the water come to the bottom there. We got a couple docks here and shit. And if you go out, head out east, you go out towards Ocean View and then on to Bethany Beach. That's where the church is, the Catholic church.
Mr. Dolan, I
That I
just looked it up. It's a
did you?
scrap metal barge in the Delaware River.
Oh, okay. It's it's up
Middletown.
it's up north. Yeah, it's up north. Then that's Newcastle County. It's up north.
Yeah, Middletown.
Oh, yeah,
Middletown.
Middletown. Yeah, because the
Smoke.
prison I worked at is just across the border, right there between Kent and Newcastle. Yeah, I worked at the J.V. Bond Correctional Center, which used to be called Delaware Correctional Center. That's where I worked there. It's quite a ways up the road from where I'm at. The whole of
Okay.
Delaware ain't but about, yeah, Delaware's not that big. It's the second smallest state. It's probably 115 miles long and at its widest point, maybe 40 miles at the widest point. But as you go north, it gets thinner. Yeah, and it widens out a little bit at the top because it's got a weird shape to it. But yeah, it's up the Delaware River. That's up, up the road there. The
Yeah,
part that hooks into the Delaware River from Kent County would probably be the Mispatilian River. Maybe the Mispatilian River leads into that. I'm
well,
not sure.
evidently
Originally.
there's some big barges that go up and through that river, and one of them was filled with scrap
Yeah.
metal, and who knows? There must have been some lithium batteries or something in there because that thing,
Yeah,
it got like,
must have been. It
yeah,
must have
major
been if
fire.
it melted some metal. You get hot enough. I guess it would cause an issue. But I don't know, man. I need to get out of here. Even if I go down to the nearest place down here is a pool hall. It's got a little bar. It's a pool hall. I've been in there before. It's not too far. And I could sit there and drink a Red Bull. I could do the same thing I did at the casino. I traveled up north to the nearest casino. I'm not allowed down to the other one. I got kicked out of there for life when I was down there. But go north, I could hit one. And then the next bar closest would be the young person's bar up here, or there's a pool room in there, and then there's a lot of young people between the ages of 21 and college, or maybe a little better. A couple old guys go in there, but they call me pops in there, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, damn, you're in here hunting these 24-year-old women and shit. I'll take three of them all at once. All right, I can handle that. I'll put it this way: I got a lot of experience. All right? What I'm good at, I'm real good at. What I ain't, I just let go. But yeah, I can get down nitty gritty. It all washes off, you know. Yeah. So it's like, what's wrong with you, Dolan? You're bipolar and shit. You go from 0 to 100. You'll go from bad to good and back again. I said it's better that way. Have motherfuckers have a hard time keeping up with me, catching up with what I'm doing. Motherfucking dumbass fucking assholes will be watching me and shit. They watch me, you know. They tracking me all the time. They probably got trackers on me and shit. Trying to figure out where I'm going. Afraid I might go and visit old Sleepy Joe, you know. I can't stand that son of a bitch, man. But see, Josephine can't stand Trump right now. I think Trump might be losing a little bit of support. I can feel it myself because where's the prices going, man? When's the prices going to come down? You know what's happening with the food and the fuel and the laws and shit. But I don't agree with Trump with the law enforcement all the way. I agree with him with the ICE, but I don't agree with him with the regular law enforcement and the shit that goes on. Not particularly around here or with the state police, but I'm talking about with the big cities and the shit they did away with. You know, 'cause I was watching videos where guys didn't even get charged with shit. You know, they hit somebody with a car, with a patrol car, killed them, and they didn't even get charged and shit. Are you fucking kidding me? You know what I mean? Because they're just as guilty of doing anything as anybody else. You know, being an alcoholic, you're just as guilty as anybody else in any other type of profession. Probably more so because of the type of job it is. You know, you can't be scared in that type of job. If you're gonna be a cop, you gotta be like Perry. You can't be scared. You can't you can't be scared to do your job. You know, it's just like the prison. You go in there and the gates closed behind you. You can't be scared. You know, because that's the way it is. So, and they handing out all these badges to these people that are they're scared to death. It's bullshit. They hiring people that don't know what they're doing. You handle a situation, man. I mean, you know, like you see these people out with a knife. Somebody pulled a knife when the cops are drawing down on them, and lately they're probably trying to tase them first and then draw on them if they have to, because the guy's so probably loose in his head that he's just walking towards you and don't even realize what he's doing. He may be going through a part in his life where he's just, or he might be drugged up. You don't know. But first of all, you shouldn't be one of them guys unless you know how to handle yourself. How many fucking times have I had to go up against motherfuckers in jail? I worked Supermax for 2 years. I worked the dorms. I worked the medium security, minimum security, the old max, C building. I worked all these fucking places, same room. So, you know, I know how things are, you know. So, not only that is I studied martial arts, so, but I'm old now. But still, I still in my head, I still think that way, you know. You can't be scared, man. You know, you just have to close the distance fast. You know what I mean? You close the distance. You don't back up. You go for whatever the threat is. You get your hands on the threat. You don't worry about the loose hand unless it's got two knives. Like the guy that came after Josephine. I don't know if you've seen that. The guy had, I guess he had two knives or something. He
Well,
was
is that a
threatening
new one?
Josephine out there. No, this is one of the old ones where she lived in the other apartment. A guy
No,
came out.
then
Yeah. I can't remember the guy's name, but he threatened her. But yeah, you should have sprayed his ass. At that point, she needed to spray him. Hit him with some damn bear spray, then hit him with the illegal shit. Tase his ass. Something. Fuck the laws. Don't worry about the damn laws. Screw the laws. They're all wrong. Most of the laws that shouldn't even be on the books anyway. Half the people in jail shouldn't even be there. Fucking goddamn laws, stupid ass laws and shit. Self defense laws and all that nonsense. You gotta look at the situation. You remember that young kid they got they took him to court? What was his name? What was that kid's name they took to court? And they were making it was a big thing a few years ago. And he went
You
into
got
and showed the judge. You remember what I'm talking about? Where he shot the dudes that were chasing him. He was carrying an AR, and he was guarding one of the car places or something. And they ran after him, and they shot him. So he ended up going to court over that shit. What was that little kid's name? He
I
looked
don't
like he
remember.
looked like a, yeah. I can't think of his name, but hey, they got what they got. They got what they got, man. First of all, they shouldn't have been out there burning shit up. They burning up all these fucking cars and all this bullshit running around the street. And he shot a couple of them, and they went to court for it, and they found him not guilty. He got old. I can't think of his name. Some of the bitches, man. The damn country's going to hell in a handbasket. And I know YouTube, they'll block shit, cut shit out. They'll, I don't know, monetize, whatever the hell they do. They cut you back so you won't get many views and all that. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. They'll wait till you're offline before they put you on so anybody can see it. That way they can get some kind of evidence on you. Oh, he said this. Oh, he said that, and make a record of it. Tuck it back in the corner somewhere on some app. You know what you do, you know? Never leave your external drives, whether it's a big one or whether it's a thumbnail, whether it's one of these chips. Never leave it in your computer. Because when they get into your computer and hack it, which they will, they'll put malware in your shit. They can get through this too if you don't take it out. Never leave that shit plugged in. Only put your information in there and save it, pull it back out. Whether you got a big one or not. I got some sixes around here, and I got these small ones. Oh, shitload of them. And I mark everything. This camera uses this chip, this type of battery. I should do something with it. I just can't stand their rest. I'm too damn old. Them bids in there are terrible. It ain't like working overtime. You know what I mean? And don't never go out past Tuesday. Don't go in there don't go in there and get arrested on a Thursday or Friday because you may spend the entire weekend in jail. They'll hold you till Monday morning. I I spent holiday seasons in jail in maximum security. Three holiday seasons back in when I got locked up back in 2001 through 2000. I got out in 2004, but I spent three holiday seasons, Christmas and New Year's, behind bars
That
myself.
sucks.
Yeah, that's what they did to Mr. Prison Guard here. Because of why? For what? I don't forget shit. I don't. Elephants don't forget, man. As far as I'm concerned, they're all fucking. I seen all the dirt from the other end too. While I took the inmates when I stood in court Well, I had to testify in court. I seen all the corruption. I know all about it. And they'd love to shut me up. Well, my front door is open. My front door is always open. I mean, it's the screen door, the lights on, radio playing. Never know if I'm in the room or not. I've had a person walk into my house and I never saw him before. I said, "Come on back here. I'm in the back bedroom." I invited him over, and I never saw him before in my life. I've been around, you know. There was a time I could see they gotten some shit. So I've been in all kinds of shit, bro. I'm not scared to take it to the limits just to find out. See, you got to experiment. If you ain't going to find out what this and that does, back in the early 70s when I was trying out all that shit before I worked at the jail, I was experimenting. But I never got hooked on anything but alcohol. So I don't smoke no pot. I don't take no DMT liquid. I don't do no crazy ass off the wall drugs. I take what I'm prescribed, which is very little. I don't do none of that shit. I take Anacin or Excedrin for pain and headache, and that's it. I put up with the rest. That's it. See, dealing with pain, when you're relaxing, pain will bother you. But if you know how to turn on a switch, you know, you can do that because the people in MMA do it. They turn that switch on, and if you train in it long enough, you know, like the Japanese, if your balls take enough hits, you ain't gonna feel it no more.
I guess, I guess so.
I'm serious. I'm serious, brother. I'm an expert. I said no. Yeah, I'm a damn expert on that. I'm like
Well,
Rambo. I ain't shit
you know
make
what?
Billy jokes too.
I, I've been sticking my hands and my arms in a 500 to 600-degree oven my entire life.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
dealing with
now you
pizza
know,
and cooking food.
how's your joints? How's your own joints in your arms and your knees? That's the first part that's getting me. Like I said, I'm turning 70, but this shit started bothering me back in my 60s when I turned, and that's when I started. When I got moved over here, I slacked up on the bag because that's what was bothering me. My fucking wake up, my knees are going out on me.
Yeah,
Because I was kneeing the bag so much.
I
Yeah.
have a few friends who used to do that, the kickboxing
Uh,
and the bag work, and they've already all got their knees replaced, and a
yeah.
couple of them had their hips replaced too.
Yeah, they get blown out, man. And your shoulders. I mean, it's
Well,
like
what I was
everything fucking
saying,
hurts.
I know what you're talking about. Getting used to
Yeah.
pain, because I can remember when I was
Yeah.
younger, I burnt
Yeah.
my finger with a firecracker, and motherfucker, I was up all night crying the
Right.
blues, as a baby. But now I burn myself, which is
Right.
very rare. But if I do burn myself, um, I feel it for maybe a minute, and then boom, the switch goes on or off, whatever you were talking about, and I no
Right.
longer feel the burn.
Yeah.
It goes
You
away.
trained your mind.
Yeah,
You
you're
train
able
your
to get
mind.
control of it. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's where the old saying comes from: "What don't kill you makes you stronger." Something like
Well,
that.
and what's really
I
cool
guess.
is now I can pull toast out of the toaster and it doesn't bother me. Everybody's always like, "That doesn't
Yeah.
burn your hand." And I'm like, "No, it doesn't. I can't feel it. I
Yeah.
don't feel burning
Yeah.
anymore."
Because you probably ain't got no fingerprints left. That's where all your nerves is in your tips of your
No,
fingers
you can never
and
get rid of those fingerprints,
stuff.
Mr. Dolan. You can never get rid of them.
Oh, your feet. Don't your feet have more bones in it than the rest of your body? That's what just your feet. Because my feet been busted a few times. I, I fuck my goddamn broke my toes and shit. And I stepped down on something. Or I was working that bag. I recorded that son of a bitch. I broke that son of a bitch 3 times on my left foot. I stepped down onto one of them. I guess it was a rebar was sticking out of the ground. Whew, God
Damn.
damn. Right down that son of a bitch right at the heel, bottom of the heel. That son of a bitch had me. Mm, yeah. And I would try to get a good workout in back in the day, you know. And yeah, once in a
Why
while
don't
there's
you
a guy come over or something. But
Why don't you get yourself one of those big jacuzzis that you can jump in, and you turn it on and you start swimming, and it gives you the flow of water. It probably might be really therapeutic for you. You pop that right in one of your rooms, turn it on. You got warm water, flowing water. Get in there and start swimming.
I think if I got comfortable, I might just drop dead.
Well, yeah.
If I got comfortable, I might just drop dead. Cause I practice
Okay.
pain sometimes. I don't know why I do it. I just do it
I'm just saying, if
because
you got yourself a nice hot tub.
I guess it makes me feel alive or something. It sends the endorphins up in my head, my just tingling and shit. I can't
Hmm.
even get it up, man. I'm 70 years old. I don't even think a handful of Viagra will make me get it up.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's too bad.
I don't
They have a
even know.
surgery. They have a surgery that you can do now. It's on the veins, and it actually does
Well,
it does some. Maybe you should look into it. I'm not
oh
used to
God,
talking about that shit.
Don't tell Josephine that shit. She'll go up and she'll find something wrong with that. She'll find
E-
something wrong with that one.
Either that, or
She's
she'll
a
make you an
nurse.
appointment. She might make you an
Oh,
appointment. You don't know.
I don't know what Josephine. I always wondered what Josephine would be like in bed. She'll probably watch this shit later. There goes
I
Twig.
I,
There goes Twig.
I
Twig
haven't,
meatloaf shakes.
Josephine. If you're listening, I have not wondered. I have not wondered that. So don't just let you know, Josephine. I haven't wondered that.
I've thought about it. Well, I don't know if she's. Oh, she's in here. She's not in here, is she? I've seen
No, I'm
Twig
just
typing
saying it.
about her.
You no,
Oh,
you said that if she's watching
yeah.
it, I was just saying if she's watching in the future, Josephine, I wasn't thinking that. She's just a great person.
The chewing. Yeah, I'm used to it, man. I'm used to people chewing on me. It doesn't bother me. I mean, they can chew on me if they want to on the podcast. I was on the podcast, I think, 2 nights ago, 3 nights. I was only on there for like 15 minutes. And I didn't say nothing. I wasn't even showing my face, basically. I was just sitting on there listening. This was something to
Gotcha.
do.
Well,
Uh,
I've been up till like 5 o'clock in the morning for the last 3 days in a row with the podcast. To tell you the truth,
well, I only get a couple
yeah.
hours of sleep, man. I can't get no decent. Very rarely I get any decent long sleep. I don't know what it is, man. I mean, the pills that I take, they're the pills that I take are dangerous. I have to have them though. Clonopin, you ever heard of it? Clozapine,
No,
spelled with a C.
I'm not into any
Yeah. Well, I have to
medication.
take them. They're prescribed for me. They work on the center part of your brain, the part that controls damn near everything. And you can't quit taking them. You can't win. I
Hmm.
mean, yeah. So, and I take blood pressure pills, and I take stomach pills of Obasol. You can buy them over the counter too, but I got prescription. And I took Janice and some vitamins, which she says that they're no good, the vitamins. But well, I take the potassium because of the blood, the cramps. You know, you wake up with the leg cramp once in a while. Yeah, you almost have to wake up and realize that no, I can't stretch below my waist. I'll stretch my arms, but I'm not going to stretch my legs because then you get that instant leg cramp. Sends you into a frenzy.
Well, there you go. If you got yourself a hot tub, you could throw a pound of Epsom salts in there and jump in and soak. I'm telling you, you should look into a big swimming machine that you could put in there. You know, a 10 by 10 hot tub. You turn it on, it'll give you a nice. It'll be like you're swimming in a river in there. You ever think about it?
Yeah. Nah, I just figured I'll be gone before then. My old man was tough. He only lived to be 74. I figured most of my people dropped over from stroke or heart attack. So I figured my burial site's only half mile from here. It's right over here on the main road. There's Gates of
Yeah, I
Heaven
heard that.
Cemetery. I got a burial site over there. My church mentor daughter promised me, and also they promised me. I don't have it in paper, but I've been promised that's my burial site. So I fully expect to be buried there. So it's a Catholic cemetery where I did the nights when the bishop Maluli had his thing over there. I ran the nights over there and did the services because every year they go over there and they read off the names, and then they have the 7 gun salute for the veterans over there. So that's where I'm supposed to be buried at.
I
Yeah.
would move. If I knew where I was going to be getting buried, I would get the fuck as far away from that spot as possible.
You don't want to be cremated, do you? I got my brother-in-law's ashes. My wife's younger brother in here in ashes. He's got him in here. He's with me. His widow left me the ashes because the family didn't want them. Gave him me. So I said, all right, give him to me. He's safe with me. He can be buried with me too. Matter of fact, he stood up with Catholic services with me, dressed up and everything. So he can be buried in my site, my grave spot. I can have somebody that's cremated buried in there with me. Yeah, I can do that. But fuck is this? I don't know who that is. Sex site. I can't stay out of you. I gotta go. I gotta do. If I do something good, I gotta turn around and do something bad.
Well, all right.
This is
Well, hey, I had a great
whatever.
time talking with you, and you're a hell of a man, and I'm
Yeah.
honored to know you, Mr. Dolan. So I'll be seeing you out there. Okay.
All right, buddy. I'll see you on the sites somewhere.
Okay.
I'll see
All
you
right. See you on
someplace.
you. See you on Utes.
All right, take it easy, man.
Yeah,
All
one of
right.
these days we'll exchange phone numbers and we'll keep in touch, on a daily basis if you'd like. I think you're a wonderful person.
Yeah, well, I got my phone number here. You can text me. I get all kinds of calls. I'll dox myself. You can text me anyway. I get them anyway, man. There's my number. You see it? That's one of my cell numbers. That's the one I
Okay.
use. Everybody harasses me on that one. So you spammers and all you harassers and you people want to sell information. I'm just gonna block you or annoy you. But when you answer me, just 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 use the word chicken fighter. Say chicken fighter. I'll know who it is.
Okay.
Oh, a pretty good idea. Because that's what I
All
was.
right.
I was a top
I
notch
know.
chicken man around here.
I know.
But well, they like it or not. But anywho, all right, buddy. I guess
Okay.
I'll just hang out a couple more minutes and then I'll get off here probably unless anybody else comes up. They ain't got nothing else going on.
All right.
You have a good one. All right.
You too, Mr. Dolan. All right.
Yeah.
So long.
All right, buddy. Walk out here. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, yeah, boy, steady. Uh, computer therapy. I'll talk to Josephine. What do we got here, Johnny? What do we got here, Johnny? Visitors here. Oh no, we got to stay off of Chattanooga. I'm a registered performer on there. If you see me on Chattanooga, you guys are cowards, man. Not you, buddy. Not you. I'm talking about some of these son of bitches calling up here. We'll talk about anything. Come on up, we'll talk about it. I got a few more. I got 5 more hours this month on this damn thing. I got headphones. I can step out of the room. I guess Josephine, man. Josephine ain't Miguel. I don't know. Forget. Must be slowing down my old age. No, don't dox me because of the radio. Plays 24/7. I can walk outside. Twig, you're a pain in the ass, Twig. Because you won't come up. Even if you come up, you can shut your camera down, Twig, and they can't see your face. You know how to do that, right? There's a button there, right on the bottom. It shows a little two icons. One's a voice, and one next to it on the right is the camera. And when you see it, you hit it, and it'll shut your voice. Yeah, goes me in here. I think I could mellow Josephine out if she give me half a chance. You know what I mean? Or would I need a rope? What I need a lasso? What I need a rope or Twigger? Huh? What she would do? Look at this shit. Fraud investigator. Fraud invention. Fraud. Who's this woman? I don't need to cuss nobody out today, do I? Because I will cuss them out. I got no problem with it. Son of a bitches. Lousy bastards owe me some money. They owe me some money. You owe me some money. You owe me money. How's that go? Bitch. I'm gonna grab me a monster. I'm gonna get high on a monster. I got 4 monsters left in here out of the case. I got them on sale. I get money all. I get 10% all because I'm a senior citizen. Yeah, I'm a senior citizen. Shit. Hey, Red, where the hell are you? I come up on the Mutants channel. What we got? I'm a cat scene investigators. Investigator! Come on up, investigator. Let's hear what you guys say. Talk to an old man. You ain't scared to talk to an old man, are you? Personally, I get tired of all horse shit. Oh, you're gonna give me the heart, huh? How old are you? Married, single, divorced, or just don't know? I'm single over here. Own my own property here at the beach. Down here, all the nonsense goes on down here. I don't even know if they had the polar bear plunge in Rehoboth. Rehoboth's about 20 miles north of here. That's where I go a lot sometimes. I don't know. They usually have it early on the weekends in February, but then they set it to March. I don't even know if they had the damn thing. I'm across that big bridge down there in the river, head south from Rehoboth. And you go down, turn to your right. I'm back down there by the bayou. I'm by the boat docks. I'm near Vines Creek Dock. I'm near the moss, the swamp. The swamp. Ain't no alligators here though. I don't come on here too often. I just got bored or so. Maybe once every week, 10 days, something. If I get something to talk about, like renters that don't want to pay the rent and just stooging all of them motherfuckers for long periods of time, even though they've been given a few months, now they want a couple more. Some bullshit. It's the way it's going today, I guess. Guess I gotta go back in there. I don't know. Go back in there, get some more ticker tape. So if you're listening down there, Georgetown, which you probably are, there's a high probability of it. I'll probably be back down. There's a lot of places I want to go that I'd like to go down there, go through there. I don't give a damn about your unconstitutional signs. If it's in public, I'm gonna walk through there. I don't want no bullshit out of you either, because you never know what Mike Dolan's gonna do. Never know. Even though I'm old, can't count me out. I got 3 stripes on that belt, brother. Ain't no joke. 3% represent. A lot of these young girls, they come on these apps, right? They come on and they talking a whole bunch of crap. Some of them are like 30, 28, 35. I say, hon, she'll ramble on a whole bunch of stuff, right? I'll say I'm single. I'll say you ain't got to keep talking all that. You don't have to do it. I'm fully transparent on the internet. All you gotta do is go look at my link and figure me out. You don't have to go through this spiel, but come to find out, most of them are scamming or something. I'm saying, first of all, I was famous before you were born. I was already famous. I was on computers before Apple and IBM. I was on here when DOS started. So, yeah, but so the ones that got the attitude get the attitude, and the ones that are a little nicer, I might talk a little while with them. This for something to do. You know. Oh, I get a good picture here and there. Send me something. That's all right. Gonna give an old man a thrill. We're listening to radio stations in here from down here around Rehoboth, Lewis, that way. We got a couple of small radio stations, and I listen to them and I hear them all chattering about this or that, about the war or any of that crap, and I'm like, please give it a break. Nobody's got all the answers. Surprised Reardon didn't come over here. He busy. He in his own world over there. Ain't you? See if I pull myself up on this damn phone. Ding ding. Find your soulmate. There I am, right at the top. Oh, how about that? Landlord and renters. That's, you don't see it on the phone, but it says renters. Rent. Renters. And that is my real name, by the way. I don't fucking shy away from none of you sons of bitches. You got something you want to do, my door's always open. Then we'll talk about it. Tired of putting up with your motherfucking nonsense. Kid, you give it that son of a bitch. More Hezbollah. Look at this. What do we got here, Johnny? What do we got here, Johnny? I keep on, I'm gonna turn into a bow. You know, bow, how he picks up everybody else's channel and talks about it. Amazing. Totally amazing. What we got here? Riders, huh? Oh, the professional douche. Michael Picard. He gets a lot of hits, don't he? He got 1.2 views in 2 days. 28 comments on that one. I gotta check that one out. I gotta check it out later. I'm getting ready to get off here. I'm gonna save a few hours for later in case something else pops up I need to talk about, look into. But just think about the damn rent. You know, squatters. Is that what you call them? When people can't pay the rent and they just use the system to stay in the place and avoid the landlords. Is that what we're doing here? I guess I should go out there and park Tech Line versus Danforth and 43 on the side of the fucking road. Pull out a tripod. Squatters, yeah. That's it, Twig. Don't pay rent. That's what it is. All right. I'm going to sign off. I guess she's probably gone. She's probably not even home. So, see ya. Whenever you guys get to see this, if you see it. I don't even know how long I've been on here. Hour and 39 minutes. Damn, time goes fast when you're not having fun. All right. I'm signing out. Mike Dolan. Sign out.